Who the fuck you talking to? You been doing?
Carlock with his commentary this morning.
No, that joint too funny.
Call out sick.
Mm-hmm.
It's
There we go. Hit this nigga.
Move.
alright. Oh, you change anything?
Oh, no, I ain't trying shit.
Alright.
Alright.
Alright, BHB, go showing a little love. Niggas coming in about a week.
It's crazy.
What?
My New Balances.
The Boo Nellis?
For the Ja jersey, I had to go buy some more clothes to match that shit. Can't just get one pair of shoes for one shirt.
That boy Justin Field gonna have another pro day in April. Like, what's the point?
Fucking drive so damn far away, dog.
Right. They really don't show none the little pro day.
Right, like man, nigga throwing wide open passes. Like nigga, what that shit gonna do? We done seen you play football before, nigga. Like we know you.
Right.
That pro day shit just a spectacle for real, like, man.
Don't really understand it. The mystery team in the league.
Oh, I can sell that nigga.
This is what I think Washington is doing. Because they're not in a position to take one of these top quarterbacks, right? And they don't have a quarterback. I know that there's Washington fans who are getting enraged that we keep talking about Ryan Fitzpatrick this way. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Quarterback.
That's who I got.
A great but he is a backup quarterback. That's not an insult.
That's my quarterback.
He's a backup quarterback. He's 4-3 as a starter.
People's standards are very funny. When Washington was really a great franchise 20 years ago, if you'd have tried to peddle them a quarterback who, after Theismann, that had been in 9 teams for 17 years, they would have been outraged. They've been so bad at quarterback now, they're trying to validate a quarterback.
Oh, I fucking dove by accident. I had that nigga. I know what that bum ass nigga wanted to do.
You could have never, as post-Sonny Jurgensen or post-Joe Theismann, pushed Ryan Fitzpatrick on your fan base, be like, are you out of your mind? But when people's standards lower, now when you're angry, there's a reason for it. It's not us.
I think this is our first time playing.
Franchise, your standards have dropped. So you're just angry that we're telling you the truth, which is Ryan's like one of those top 3 backups in the league. That's what he is.
You just not go into the season as the starter.
Shot clock calling me that off. Go ahead.
Around the league, you're taking this seriously, or even within your own division. Like Dak is back. Daniel Jones and is going to improve, and they put a ton of pieces around him. They've completely invested in giving him every tool that he needs to be successful. I don't know what's going to happen in Philly, but at least they're investing in Jalen Hurts. Like this doesn't make sense.
Chart.
So what
Oh, there goes Lonzo.
It's going to make sense. We know what's going
Get Buddy in foul trouble. That'd be great.
We're hearing according to Kimberly Martin, a late 3rd round or 4th round conditional pick. They're just going to wait till the draft.
Man, that weak ass shit.
We know they're going to take a quarterback, so they can wait all the way up until the draft. Yeah. And then Washington has no moves to make, and then they end up giving them a little bit more for Sam Darnold, which I don't think a 2nd round pick is egregious for Sam Darnold. You don't have a quarterback, so I think that's what's happening. So you're just talking about UCLA's Cinderella run in the NCAA tournament. It continued last night as they knocked off 1-seed Michigan 51-49 in a great game.
Let me get that. We out Ashton.
Hot dog. I know that for a fact.
We out Ashton. He ain't catching us. We out Ashton.
They joined VCU from 2011.
Let's get that pick 6.
Teams to ever advance from the first 4 to the final 4. The 11-seeded Bruins will now face number 1 overall Gonzaga on Saturday. The Zags easily took down 6-seed USC. 85-66 to win. USC Gonzaga was not a very competitive game, but this one was great. UCLA is now they were 22-9 this season. They did lose their last 4 games before entering the tournament, including a quarterfinal loss.
You could probably get another case.
So this is a really
I love this.
great
Ah.
it has been a great
Good shit, good shit.
We didn't have Duke and Kentucky and Louisville.
Boys, they like these niggas
I mean, I'm a
7-4
West
out here.
Coast guy, so a lot of Pac-12, a lot of Gonzaga. Listen, before the tournament started, I think we said this on the air. Gonzaga and Baylor looked like the two best teams. Michigan would have been, but they lost their best player. So it's kind of ending up.
Let me get that.
Gonzaga's gonna.
Thank you, Marcus. Another pick. Right back ain't cheating.
Power to stay with them.
I don't know anymore. I mean, I was with you. I thought USC was going to be a little bit closer than that. But Gonzaga is just incredible offensively. The other matchup for the Final Four for the men is Baylor and Houston.
I'll take Baylor.
South Carolina beat Texas 62-34, and Stanford beat Louisville 78-63 in the women's tournament. So the women's Final Four is South Carolina, Stanford, Arizona, UConn. So any of those matchups in the national championship game are going to be incredible. But we have two great Final Fours heading in this weekend.
We do. Great stuff. Joy the news.
Oh.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Line News.
Kevin Durant comes unglued with Michael Rappaport. Highly inappropriate messages he has to apologize for. I'll talk about that coming up.
Man.
33 minutes. You'd never have to worry about a break-in at your home again. That's how
We'll just run this bitch then.
to set up a security system.
I'm trying to slide. Them niggas made me
You
die.
can do it during a Netflix binge or watching a game. It's incredibly easy to customize your home. Just go to simplysafecolin.com. You easily.
Oh, let's go, Norman Powell.
Normie?
Be strong.
Storming Norman?
Get to your house in about a week, which means by the time next week, your whole family can go to bed knowing house is guarded. They're safe. It's easy to assume everybody in your house already feels safe. They might not. Worthwhile to talk about. And Simply Safe is a small, easy step to make sure everybody feels safe.
Oh, come on, Porzingis. Grab it.
Dang.
Go to simplysafecolin.com.
Oh my God, Hank. He just did it.
Customize your system. You'll also get a free security camera. Yep. And a 60-day risk-free trial. So there is absolutely nothing to lose. SimplySafeColin.com. COLIN.
What's these stars out, man? Folks ain't want to play.
We started with computers.
Right, five.
That's two.
Oh, he caught that shit. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Working with our customers to enable the kind of technology that can guide an astronaut back to safety and help take a hospital call to you instead of you going to him.
Let's see.
When it comes to your business, we'll stop.
And Denzel came back for that hoe. That's bullshit.
Gotta give him it.
Pick your poison, huh?
I gotta get it. I gotta chase that nigga out that 3-point line, man. By all means, any means necessary. Oh my goodness, I fucked it up.
You know what makes the perfect smear of cream and cheese? You need only the freshest.
Oh, what is that, McKinney?
That nigga do got on hell. I forgot.
Swear he is.
Possibly only
Position. Stay connected to him. God dang.
Is almost here. And once again, we're giving all.
Trash.
All means 100% of what you pay. All means the whole team giving their all.
All means all day, Wednesday, March 31st. Order Jersey Mike's and all our sales will go to a great local cause.
Good one.
Can we even at this house?
I'm pretty sure we can. Pretty sure. The rocket mortgage you can be certain. Not
Good one.
What's the difference? Let me show you.
Ah.
I'm pretty sure you do not run.
Damn.
Pretty sure these are
Oh. Oh.
Is that not your man, Jackson Hayes? What the fuck? My bench came in and gave all the points back.
Good one. Good one. Y'all time that right quick.
Make the world go
This nigga overthrew the fuck out of that shit, Fitzpatrick. God damn. Can't sit that bitch down slow, nigga.
Ah, dude.
The call out. Nail that hoe.
Oh, he dropped that bitch in there. What the fuck is wrong with this game?
Good.
I wasn't even trying to pass that. I don't have that shit.
Not your food outside.
Mighty high standards in that salad bowl, because that's what makes us whole.
Dr. Pepper and cream soda's here. A new combo that's music to
All right.
Cream soda, Dr. Pepper time. The drink that treats you right. Pour it in a glass of wine.
Dr. Pepper and cream soda. It's a familiar story. Allergies ruining your sleep, and next day too. Taking Xanax.
Oh, get out. Get back.
Allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose provides the same relief as Zyrtec at nearly half the size. Be wise all. Take Xanax.
Oh, I shouldn't have gambled. Oh, you Victor.
For those who have found themselves without health insurance during these challenging times, sign up now.
Oh, get it.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
3 out of 4 healthcare.gov customers.
Oh.
Oh, that's a tough one right there.
Oh.
These are quality plans that include coverage for doctor visits, preventive services, and prescription drugs. Sign up at healthcare.
It's a tough call right there, Mr. Bro. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah, they be calling that joint on them clothes out. Like, you gotta be careful with this joint.
Man, some close out. Sometimes you could be, man, all over and then they'll let it rock, but then sometimes you could be a little late.
NBA USBC Masters. Sunday at 2 Eastern on FS1 and Fox
It's
Sports
like,
app. Enjoy spa-like comfort. Save big in your water bill with Navy
good defense.
tankless water heaters. Visit tanklessmadesimple.com. Sandwiches. Okay. So this KD Michael Rappaport thing is KD had to apologize. Everybody's always apologizing to KD because they hurt his feelings, but he had to apologize for some foul, gross, vile direct messages he sent to actor Michael Rappaport. It went from just kind of busting each other up, which you do, to ugly. I don't know the rules of the internet. I thought when people direct message you never take it public. I thought that was private, but you can and people do. And you got to know, be careful about what you text and what you do on DMs. It goes public. I've always had this theory. Whenever guys act tough, there's the guy that in their 30 and 4 act tough. You're hiding something. You're hiding your anger, your resentment, your insecurity. KD can often be tough guy. But what you find is he's very insecure. Everybody's always having to apologize. A newspaper once called him Mr. Unreliable. They had to apologize because of for her. Steve Kerr last week essentially had to apologize because of something he said on a podcast to defend KD.
Oh.
I mean,
Should have been a foul on. Should have been a buddy third.
Brittle physically
So you
and
going
sometimes
in.
brittle emotionally.
Oh, what is up?
He was a free agent, and everybody knew he was going to leave. And people kept asking about him. He got upset about that.
Y'all come here every day, ask me about free agency, ask my fans,
This nigga KD.
rile up the fans about it. Bro, let us play basketball. That's all I'm saying. And now when I don't want to talk to y'all, it's a problem with me. Come on, man. Grow up.
You grow up, nigga.
Look, KD.
Shit.
Maybe KD needs to. Instead of confronting his issues with Russell Westbrook and the coaches, he just
Oh.
instead of confronting.
I just knew I was finna be able to get in front of this man.
With Steve Kerr.
Jerry Allen still was able to get back on this shit.
Men confront
What's
their
the play?
problems. Kids don't. They run. The reality is here, everybody's always walking on eggshells around KD. Don't offend KD. Don't get mad at KD.
Oh.
When I see those missives and those angry, vile shout-outs or whatever you want to call them on DM, I see a guy that's his exterior is hiding the interior, which is deeply insecure. He's a great basketball player. Nobody would.
Oh.
He's absolutely unreliable.
Man, where this man come from?
But I want to talk about unreliable. About 5 years ago, and I see this all the time.
What are you doing? Come down on that, Bryce Hall.
I really don't like this nigga KD hair, bro. Like, what is wrong with this nigga?
It's like a
And I
patch.
said, there's a difference between being talented and I'm going to build the franchise around you. Like, I can build a franchise around Russell Wilson or Tom Brady. Those personalities, Matt Ryan, I can build a franchise around those personalities. But again, a lot of people in broadcasting are talented. I'm not building my company around it. They're like immature. They get into trouble. They say dumb stuff. They do dumb stuff. They're inappropriate. And when anybody years ago would say, KD's better than LeBron, I'm like, God, you're just seeing a tiny part of building around. LeBron, 20 years, has been the face of the league. He carries the ratings. He carries the brand. LeBron doesn't play. The ratings going to the tank last week. He carries the entire league. And in 20 years, and LeBron had no easy life growing up. In 20 years, LeBron's had one, their word not mine, misstep, the decision. Yeah, he gave $1 million to a Boys and Girls Club. Oh, shudder, the shame of it. But a lot of people, including the commissioner, thought it was kind of cruel and mean to Cleveland. Whatevs. That's the knock on LeBron. Can you imagine? And LeBron had a hard childhood. 20 years. I mean, Justin Bieber.
Oh my God! Then this nigga just broke loose 7 niggas. Game.
Oh, buddy.
Months in the headlines. LeBron has been front and center of this league, carrying it for 2 decades.
Oh.
No missteps. Now you may not like his politics, but that's not a misstep. That's just how he believes and how he feels. But it's I've said this. It's remarkable. I mean, this was a kid who grew up, LeBron, with chaos in his life. Didn't know where he's going to live. Basically had a surrogate father.
Oh, wow.
No missteps. I don't know Kevin Durant's background. I'm sure he had some wonderful people in it. But Kevin Durant struggled a year into Golden State. He struggled in Oklahoma City. Struggling now. He's obviously got some anger stuff in Brooklyn. So it's not that Kevin's not a great talent. I could never build around him. I said this before. I said this week. I had 4 or 5 guys I could build my franchise around. I could build it around Steph. Mature, great, gets banged up a little, but I know he's selfless. I could build it around LeBron. Increasingly, I could build it around Jimmy Butler. I think the guy Jokic in Denver is rock solid. But that's, whenever I criticize quarterbacks, I'm not picking on them. Baker's talented. Do I want to put my $5 billion franchise in his hands? Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, Andrew Luck, they're just built for it.
Oh,
I
goodness.
trust them. And LeBron has been the emotional and physical rock of the league for 18 years. You can just rely on him. You can make him play a game back-to-back, put him on TV, go to the bubble. What was the
I'll take
only
that shit.
team in
That
the
shit's
bubble?
so whack.
The only veteran-laden team that played well. LeBron's team.
That was a tough board, though.
Paul George, Giannis, other veteran teams, Simmons, and all the other teams with veterans. LeBron's team flourished. Why? Because LeBron had a meeting about 8 games in and said, fellas, it stinks. We miss our wives. We miss our kids. But we're in this thing.
Oh, good fucking defense, nigga.
Fuck.
And it just, one of the real LeBron homer.
Man, that's my fault.
It's the burden of having to carry.
Of course, they were going to slut me on that free throw.
The burden of, Bill Gates has made a lot of money, but he has been the face of Microsoft for 45 years. So when idiots pick on him on Twitter, I'm like, do you understand? 45 years, Bill Gates hasn't had a misstep. Elon Musk tries to go a weekend without one. So it's like, the rock of the NBA is LeBron, and when you compare him and Durant, Durant's not. You can't trust Durant physically, and increasingly on an emotional level, you get this awful stuff. I don't think Kevin's a bad guy. I don't. I really
Who said you get this awful stuff? White people be funny when they be scared.
Social circle could help. Whatever. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think good people say dumb stuff on social media.
Oh my God.
I think I've done it. Like, hey, we all have a temper.
This nigga don't miss.
You know, we get all riled up. I don't think KD's a bad dude. And I think he's a remarkable player.
Way easier to stop a nigga in the paint than to stop a nigga from the perimeter who just don't miss. This nigga just will not miss.
The first thing I thought of was LeBron. Like, LeBron would never.
Oh,
Let's go.
That's good stuff.
Would never get involved in this stuff. LeBron, pull back, stay out of it. You know, and I'm not taking sides. Michael Rappaport, it was a DM. I'm not a big fan of taking DMs public. I don't think that's a. Some people don't like. I don't know what's the rule on that.
I mean, I don't know that there's a rule on it, but in general, like, we all know everything you text or say on the phone can be screenshotted.
So it's okay. I always thought DMs were private.
I wouldn't say it's okay.
Okay.
If I know somebody screenshot stuff, I generally don't say much to them.
Screenshot being you DM me, I take a shot of it.
Picture of it, yeah.
The lexicon's very confusing to me. It's all.
What's the play?
I've told my wife, be careful what you text. In the next 10 years, all our texts will be public. I believe in the next 10 years, all our texts will be public. Somebody will find your text and put them out there. So my texts are all day, love you, world's great, no enemies, what's for dinner, I'd like chicken parm. Even my texts are vague now. Hour 3 next.
We don't want to overhype the return of the Quesalucas cheese stuffed shell, so we're skipping the theatrics. Well, we were skipping the theatrics.
Oh no!
Oh!
I was hitting the button too many times.
Oh!
Still, you know, fucking it up. Oh no!
Okay, what the fuck you doing in the lane 3 seconds?
Millions of people are saying yes to Allegra, including the experts. It's the #1 allergist-recommended brand for non-drowsy relief. Allegra works 2 times faster than Claritin, so you can get going first thing. It lasts up to 6 times longer than Benadryl, giving you relief through the late shift. And unlike Zyrtec, Allegra is non-drowsy for all your non-stop adventures. Join the millions saying yes to Allegra. Try Children's Allegra, the #1
Cause
What bracket?
brand.
What it do?
Right, not much, huh?
That boy just came out the tunnel and got the dapping everybody hands up for the game.
Oh my God.
You can go to libertymutual.com to
Oh,
customize your car insurance and only pay for what you need.
Really?
Oh, these niggas finally got a win, boys. 1-8 out here.
Maybe it's only a feeling, only a dream.
Why you ain't sleep, though?
Hatred that lasts long after maybe it's only a weekend or a moment. But sometimes
Oh no!
Oh, man.
I might have made this shit.
Grand Cherokee, there's only one. Now get 0% financing for 72 months on select 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee models. Plus, get no additional charge maintenance with the Jeep Wave Customer Care Program. We think it matters where meat gets its start.
Y'all gotta help.
Serving glass a la carte. And cut to grow like a pro. Well marbled and juicy. Whoa. At Whole Foods Market, we raise our meat right. Show-stopping taste in every bite.
Good shot.
Dr. Pepper and cream soda is here. A new combo that's music to my ears, okay. Cream soda.
He ain't like that one.
Oh my goodness! Oh, Lonzo, get the fuck out of here, man.
Dr. Pepper and cream soda. Comfort is a vibe, and Skechers Beach Casuals have that casual look and
fits your style perfectly. They're lightweight, understated footwear that slip on and off for easy comfort everywhere your day takes you. Relax inside a pool or just bouncing around town. Chill in comfort with Skechers.
Shit.
Learn more about Lovesac Sactionals, the world's most adaptable couch, or to schedule a private shopping appointment, visit lovesac.com.
Good move. I don't know why I'm trying to wear all this nigga so far away from the bed. My niggas ain't missing nothing at all out here.
Oh.
Got him. Sat down in that bitch. Ain't nowhere to go. We're gonna take the whole third quarter on niggas.
And let me guess, cookies? Wow, me hungry. Yeah. Here, I'll call some friends to help us eat. Yeah, that's good idea. Yeah, get more from your neighborhood. DoorDash. Hey, yo, girl, Verb.
Oh, where this nigga come from?
10 years ago, we founded Home Depot because we were confident we could deliver the American dream of home ownership
He blew it.
to individuals and families across the nation.
Serving more than 27,000
Foul.
customers a week.
Only time I ain't gonna miss is when we gotta make them put the ball on the floor.
Communities nationwide.
We know what it means to put down roots and bring dreams to life.
At Home Depot, we know.
Home means everything.
As you swapped, you need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database.
Jaden?
Claim your $75.
Nah, we couldn't slide that nigga out.
job at Indeed.com/.
Damn, carry on. You some shit.
We've been through a lot, and we're getting through it together.
Oh my God.
Finally defeat
Right.
COVID, and the game plan.
I'm about to make them people bottle early, dog.
We all need to keep wearing our masks, practice social distancing, and educate ourselves on the benefits of COVID vaccines.
The game plan is clear. We take action to protect ourselves.
Oh, he dropped it.
We care most about.
Oh.
Join us and millions of other Americans because if
Come
we
on,
all work
Jameson.
together, COVID hasn't got a shot.
Oh. Hey, come on, dog.
I just went on a real Wayne Jones drive. I put the whole third quarter except for 39 seconds, kicked a field goal.
You say he doing what? Really?
Get the latest iPhone with 5G on Xfinity Mobile's fast nationwide 5G network. And right now, get $200 off. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com today.
Do you know what happens when you support a black-owned business?
Ah.
We are making an investment to help build wealth and save jobs.
Oh my God.
And that leads to more make business.
Oh,
When you
goodness.
go on the block and shop at any participating black-owned business, you automatically earn up to 10% cash back. It goes towards supporting black-led organizations. Join us.
Oh, so Breida can just run this hoe however he want.
Build our community. Just go to our website for more information.
Oh, I might hit that off balance ass shot.
Oh, good play.
Here we go. The last hour of the week. Live in LA, it's The Herd, wherever you may be and however you may be listening. iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, and FS1. The Herd brought to you by Jersey Mike Stars, via Sub Above. We'll hang out with my kids for a couple days.
Did you already eat the sandwich?
No. A double bite. Double bite.
Ah, I ain't right to him.
Couple bites.
You ate the whole.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. I'm trying to pass out of this shit.
Couple bites.
I get it. I can't do it raw.
What?
Like,
I also starved myself.
I mean, you eat breakfast on Jersey Mike's Day.
Well, I'm barely. The very
Let's go.
It's a celebration of
Oh, man.
Amazing bread.
and meats and lettuce pie.
I can't not eat breakfast, though.
Oh, get in there.
Very
Oh.
cranky.
You have the same birthday as my wife. You think the same way. She can skip food all day. But she needs a glass of wine at night and breakfast.
Well, yeah, we're not far off.
By the way, In best for last today, Antonio Daniels.
Ain't that trouble, bro.
He's a former NBA. He's a broadcaster for the Pelicans. When I suggested
the
Zion will be the first player after 4 years to the max and he'll just move out, did not sit well with Antonio Daniels. He's all over social media today screaming at me. Well, we are firmly in the middle of pro day season, which I think is mostly useless, as the NFL draft approaches. Yesterday it was Justin Fields' turn, and he apparently blew everyone away. According to one scout who texted Matt Miller, that was the best quarterback I've seen in a long time. I'm thinking, Zach Wilson's like old news now, 48 hours later? Yeah, Zach Wilson's a typewriter today. He's a rotary phone. 2 days ago, Zach Wilson was amazing. But the new, hottest, latest.
How did that shit carry the nigga out of bounds, dog?
Like I wouldn't know that. This is the addiction to new. We love new. Anybody notice the least talked about pro day so far?
Nigga forgot who we were talking to.
Easily the best prospect. Anything about Andrew Luck's pro day? I love it. These are 5 headlines I dug up this morning. These are real headlines. This is not The Onion.
Thank you. I'll drop off in there.
Impressive show for scouts. Johnny Manziel dazzles at pro day.
Come on, Jets.
Flashes arm strength at a windy pro day. Experts heap praise on Dwayne Haskins.
Come on, Jets.
Blake Bortles shines at pro day. 3 are a bust. 1 looks like a bust, and the other one's not a bust, but not very good. I understand. New and unproven.
Oh, good one.
More interesting.
Oh my goodness.
Easier to root for the underdog, not the favorite. The unknown is more intriguing.
Take that, John.
But Phil Jackson won Coach of the Year. Same as Sam Mitchell. LeBron's got 4 MVPs, that's it. I mean, come on.
Sure, I can't get that.
Shiny and lit. Zach Wilson's pro day 2 days ago was swear to God, it was TikTok. And now it's like, oh, Justin Fields.
Playing with me, nigga.
Hollywood red carpet. You see the red carpet for shows, and the cameras just go, the new, beautiful young people.
Oh, let's go.
Who's been the best actor in Hollywood for about 40 years. Walks by behind him.
Yo, what time you gonna be home?
Meryl Streep is really the greatest actor.
Oh, but you gonna be there all day, right?
But hey, there's a 7th.
I got somebody. I left them cereal bars in your fridge. Somebody gonna come by and get them for me later. Did you eat them? You gave them away? You gave them to the kids? You just got weed in them. A lot of it. That's why the kids been quiet lately?
Walmart and Microsoft, 2 of the 4 biggest countries in the world.
What'd you do? You threw them out?
Trevor Lawrence for 3
Oh, you sick in the head.
But it's all we talk about. But never forget that he is closer to a prodigy. It doesn't matter where he lands.
Fucking bored.
It doesn't matter where Andrew Luck landed. He landed in the worst
Why you helping style?
Oh, this nigga be out killing me right now.
GM incompetent.
It was going. Yeah, them shits had weed. I meant to tell you when I first left.
That's Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, so you still got yours in there?
Or just prospects.
You still got yours?
Where they land will overwhelmingly
Nah, I need yours now. You owe me. You owe me.
Right online, the right system, a smart young coach.
Pay me back like you pay your rent. You see how much you threw away from me?
And an organization that has
tight.
Yeah, that's what I had. Fruity Pebbles.
Steps into chaos. The other 4 are just prospects.
Nah, the Fruit Loops is for the kids. The Fruity Pebbles is the ones I made.
Is going to determine how successful they are. They're not good enough.
So you threw away the Fruity Pebbles. You threw away everything that wasn't yours.
Not good enough to overcome a lousy offensive line and a
okay.
coach. Andrew Luck was.
You some shit. All right, let me tell this nigga I ain't got no more edibles then.
And he's the least talked about pro day. Okay. I wish all these guys.
All right, Breeder.
Oh wow.
I understand that Walmart and Microsoft were born. I get it, and I understand new is easier to root for. But it's just absurd. The pro day, like every other day, it's the greatest thing you've ever seen. It's absurd. All right, NFL owners approved a 17-game schedule.
These niggas can't stop shit.
It's an extra game for a running back to hit a touchdown.
Stop. You're living in like a thought.
Revenue going up. More is the name of the game in sports. But
oh no, turn around.
Here's the one thing about the NFL. that, and Roger Goodell for years took criticism because, again, they're harder to root for from the media.
Why did he jump?
The media very much, and the media likes to be important, and likes to be loved, and likes to be necessary. And the NFL doesn't really need you. And so there's always these shots at Goodell. He's a great commissioner. He's a great commissioner. And a couple missteps, of course.
And one.
Have bad weeks if you run a company for 15 years. But the NFL has been stealing real estate from all these other leagues for years. They moved free agency. They moved the draft into prime time. They started Thursday night games. They moved some more London games for early Sunday windows, and now they've added an extra game. The NBA is obsessed with making sure all their players
off of him. Oh, God.
Baseball, obsessed with tradition. The NFL's like, what's a better television
I need to creep.
What creates more revenue? And how can we give our fans more of what they love, us? It's that simple. The NFL sees openings and attacks them. It's all real estate. 11 months of it. College football can't even figure out how to own Labor Day. Think about this. Labor Day is wide open. 3 days before the NFL season starts. It is your last weekend to own. And college football has been pumping for a decade, and they butchered every year. I would have 20 football games on Labor Day. I would try to steal a little, 5% of the NFL's budget. You want to know the Labor Day college football games this year? On Sunday, 1, Notre Dame at Florida State. On Monday, 1, Mississippi, Ole Miss at Louisville. You've got to be kidding me. If the NFL guys Goodell ran college football...
Oh, we out. That's Braxton. That's what we needed. Exactly what we needed, Braxton. Thank you.
We have to make decisions on college and pro football. I can't tell my wife, I get Saturday and Sunday in front of the television. I have to make decisions. Okay, I'll watch one college game and NFL. That's the decision married guys have to make. And so the NFL is just smart, and they're tactical. You know, they slowly allow Amazon. You get Thursdays now. Still give our big game to the broadcast networks. Cable, we'll give you a couple. The NBA, basically, and everybody loves Adam Silver, sold all their games to cable. All of them.
Let's fucking go. Yeah. What up?
The NFL is
what we got?
They're not burdened by, you know.
Let's go!
Burdened by
niggas.
Players. We gotta make players.
You just got out of there on nigga.
Still, nigga. That's love. Alright, now you can get my $40 for the internet. Called him. Called him.
It's grown ups.
Fuck!
If I was a running back, I probably wouldn't want to play a 17th game. But I'm gonna go.
I just missed a fucking kick to put me up 3.
I'm gonna hit my bonuses and make more money. In the end, players' revenue share.
My brother just copped the 2019 Hyundai Sonata.
Oh.
You know, people freak out about.
Niggas gonna think we drug dealers.
More games, more franchises, more sports networks, more shows. That's the reality of what we live in right now. Listen, idealistically, if you're asking me, you could eliminate 30% of baseball, hockey, and NBA franchises tomorrow, and all the sports would be better.
Why the fuck would you dive right there? The clock running.
Oh, now.
That's what we're gonna do. Let's play our game now. Come on, that's what we do. It's our game now. Let's play our game.
But they're going to have Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence, so now I'm interested. But by and large, people can complain about more.
Got him. Let's go. Let's play our game now. That's how we play our game now. Come on.
The reality is as long as players are tied to the revenue, then I'm for it. Listen, selfishly, it's another 7 to 10 days I can duck football. Joy and I are like, I would monitor.
Let's go, motherfuckers! Man, these fucking Jets, BHB! Fuck a nigga mean, it's my division!
Man, shut up. Come on with this shit, this bum ass, low budget ass league.
This something like my 4th game I played too. All my other sim games I done won. Nigga 63.
You ain't in the real league doing that.
Yeah, I am. It's real niggas. Nigga CK in this bit now. I got CK last night.
CK cheats.
Man, you know that nigga a junkie though.
Today's extra
Fuck, this shit is fucking 8 now, man. Fuck.
100% of their entire day sales. Every store in America goes to charity. How great is that? Today's the day, once a year. Jersey Mike's has convenient, clean, contactless stations for half an online.
We're gonna play. That's what we do. We gotta get a touchdown and 2 points, dude. I don't see it.
Oh, good game one, man.
Oh, let's go.
Minus 3 for 11. I need to kind of match Buddy, bro. Buddy ain't finna go 3 for 11 no matter what. That man ain't shoot too good.
See, Zion down there matched him.
I mean, that's off all twos. I just gotta be more aggressive with Zion in his mind. This man finna just go cold like that. Look at that, 9 for 30, 17 for 34. Yeah, that's literally the big difference, man. Shit. The rebounds was pretty much even. Nah, you got rebounded me by 10 on the defensive board. Turnovers was pretty much even. Block. Nah, you had more turnovers than me. Shit, I don't know. It's gotta be that 3-point shooting.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You only hit 9 of them, John.
Yeah, 9 for 30, tough. Yeah, he hurt me, man. He know we got to step up this game. What's understood don't need to be explained.
For it. He was giving me the money. Yeah, you should leave it out. Let the marshmallows soften.
I gotta do something real quick.
No, nigga. I make my own too.
Boy, Alfonso McKinney ain't supposed to be out there playing. That probably be Matthew Hurt.
Nah, I don't know how to do the gummies yet.
Man, that probably my nigga Matthew Hurt out there, man. My big rookie.
You bagged out, right?
Ain't probably be out.
I do all that. Brownies, cookies, all types of shit.
Go to TommyJohn.com right now. Use the promo code on the screen to get 20% off your first order. And we'll ship it to your door for free. Plus, the offer is best care guaranteed. Tommy John, no adjustment needed.
Eat, drink, and be merry. Want to feel good but you need some dairy? Well, we're your feel-good sanctuary. You say no to flashy sweetness. That stuff makes us weird. That's what makes us so revolutionary. And emissary of agricultural so you can be gastronomically expressive, making it sustainable.
I'm ready. Let's do that.
I'm Jason Waller, founder of Power Home Solar. For 2021 rebate season, we're not going to take it anymore, and neither should you. So I'm making solar systems.
Watch out, bud. Back up. Ooh, man.
That's right. For instance, today's pay or tickets for tonight or tickets for last night. Today's credit score or an old credit.
Ready when you are.
Free credit reports and scores updated daily. Other sites could be up to a month old. That's enough time for your credit score to change by 100 points. So why make important decisions with old data? Use Wallet Hub. Credit score and reports updated daily. It's mine.
Hey, man. Watch out with all this.
Man, still don't be saving, man. God. What you throwing down? Stop, man. What do you do?
Reese's eggs are back, and we hit them somewhere you'll never find. Everywhere. Grocery stores and supermarkets, gas stations, and chiropractors' offices, bowling alleys, and grocery stores, which we already mentioned. Not sorry, Reese's.
Who are they, cuz?
A new combo that brings it to my ears, okay?
OJ.
Alright.
Move, Jaxie. You gotta move, bro.
Protein delivered to your door. 2 pounds free ground beef in every box. Sign up today at butcherbox.com.
Make sure you enter this week's Fox Bet Super 6 NBA contest for a chance to win $25,000. Download the free Fox Bet Super 6 app and pick the outcomes of 6 of tomorrow's NBA games for your chance to win.
One of the reasons I like bringing TJ Bushman's-Auto on, I was just talking to him during the break. He works out with all these players.
Oh my God.
He was the one that a year ago
That's
said,
tough.
Almost messed me up.
is unbelievable. And he kept saying it before the draft. He's like, I'm telling you, ankles, hips, shoulders. This guy throws huge velocity. He can run. So TJ was like, Justin Herbert is going to
Get out there.
I think he loved Chase Claypool too.
Chase Claypool, the receiver for the Steelers. So we bring in TJ Bushman's-Auto. Let me hear something about it. So you were just giving me some insight.
You off today, Doc?
Into Zach Wilson that I did not know.
Oh, okay.
The quarterback from BYU. So give me the insight. I didn't know this.
Playing the Bulls.
Oh, Zach is a tremendous athlete. I'm talking, put him on a basketball court, windmill dunk. If he had run the 40, I pretty much could guarantee he would probably run mid to low 4.4 at the worst. And just throwing the ball, and I told you this during the break, it's almost like he was born to be a quarterback. The way the ball comes out of his hands is so easy, real effortless. And from his pro days, he kind of showed some of that. Like, this is just easy for me, man. I was born to do this. And I saw that on the field. Easy.
Some have said he's got kind of an Aaron Rodgers feel, where the ball just kind of, squirts out. Does anybody he remind you of?
Slow him up.
It's pretty much what you said. It's a flick of the wrist. And a lot of these guys, they grew up idolizing Aaron Rodgers, so they're going to mimic what they've seen Aaron Rodgers do. And so when you watch Zach Wilson, the way he gets rid of the ball, off-platform throws, and just the way the ball releases, it kind of is reminiscent of an Aaron Rodgers.
Niggas thought shit was cool.
Oh my
You want a solo joint?
Damn, sure can't just get these niggas second chance point after second chance point.
Tell me about what you've seen when you've worked out with him.
I was very impressed. I walked away like, wow, Justin Fields is really good. And I'll go back to a few routes.
Shit, let me go take my ass back to work. I'm gonna fuck with niggas later.
And John Beck was telling him there's no underneath coverage. 20-yard comeback. He's on the far hash. No underneath coverage. Perfect ball. Right there. Next throw. We have a guy on. He layered it, got the ball over the top. Great touch. Perfect throw. But it was a different type of throw. But both throws were perfect. So I walked away and routes on there. And there's nobody. But it's receivers he's never really thrown to before. And the touch. I walked away from that. I know he has a big one. I know he's athletic. But he has a touch on the ball, layer the ball, get it over underneath coverage. Those are probably things people didn't think he could do.
What do you make of these pro days? We're showing video. Did you have one? What do you make of it?
Oh, everybody has a pro day. I'll be honest. When you think about a pro day, I actually like a pro day, and I'll give you a couple reasons why. Number one, if you're serious about your craft, you should improve a ton. From the time your college season ends until your pro day, a lot of times that's 3 months. That's 12 weeks of getting better physically and mentally, understanding the game better. If I go to a pro day and I'm a coach and I feel a guy hasn't improved, I don't want that kid because he's taking this opportunity for granted. I know the guys that I work with, from the first day until their pro day,
Come on,
they're not the
SGA.
same player that you watched on tape. So everybody, I'm just going to evaluate tape. That's not the right thing to do because these kids are going to improve physically and mentally. And so pro days, if you get with the right group of guys that know what they're doing, that's going to train you the right way, you're going to improve a ton.
You know.
Oh my God! Oh, I thought it was on Allen.
That's bullshit. That fool been on Jerry Allen.
Go ahead and take him out the game, dog. What they cost him.
And I look at them at 5. They're not going to take the quarterback. But they could get a
Jamar
Chase at wide receiver. They could go offensive tackle. What is your, knowing them and Joe Burrow, what is your gut feeling on what that organization does with that 5th pick?
That's a tough question, Colin. And I'm a firm believer. Obviously, we all know that I was a receiver, so people would assume, we got to draft Jamar Chase, especially after he runs a 4.38, jumps 41 inches.
Man, you ain't gonna come help.
That type of explosiveness. But I understand the game of football. Games are won and lost up front. If you can't run the ball when you want to run the ball, if you can't protect the quarterback when you need to protect the quarterback, and vice versa, if you can't stop the run. And so I say that to say, if I'm the Bengals, and Joe is
Oh my goodness, bro. These niggas will not miss a shot.
You have to keep him upright. You need to protect him. It's not the sexy thing. But if you draft the right offensive lineman, they're going to play together 10 years. You don't have to worry about that position for 10 years. You can turn around and draft a wide receiver in the 2nd round. Maybe a Rondale Moore, who I believe probably will go in the 1st round. But if he doesn't, the Bengals
Stop. Whatever you doing, stop it.
like him in the 2nd round. And so draft an offensive lineman because that's where games are going to be won and lost.
Yeah, by the way, the Bengals also have a great pick in round 2nd, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a good thing about being bad. You get a great pick in every round, not just the 1st. You at the top of the every time. So they're going to get, 2 of your first, like 37, 38 picks. When you look at the Niners, so I'll throw you something.
Oh!
Move up to number 3. Well, you don't move up there for anything other than quarterback. So I figure they've got 1 or 2 guys they really like. They may not have the guy. My gut is they got 1 or 2 guys. If Zach Wilson falls, they probably like Zach Wilson and Justin Fields. They may just say, hey, we prefer one, but we like both. Trey Lance, I don't know. Or do you believe when you move to 3, they have 1 guy they love? There's 1 quarterback they're going to get.
When I first saw the trade, the first thing that went to my mind was, they're drafting Zach Wilson. Robert Salah, he comes from San Francisco. He's now the New York Jets head coach.
Come on.
And John Lynch is, we don't know what they're going to do. Yes, we do. In my opinion,
so much traffic.
Which obviously would leave San Francisco with the 3rd pick. Outside of Trevor Lawrence, you can have your pick of the litter from quarterback. The 49ers are going to take Zach Wilson. That was my initial reaction. And then you see Zach Wilson's pro day, and he's this can't-miss prospect, and you have to draft him. So now I start second-guessing myself what I initially thought. I said, okay, maybe the Jets will take Zach Wilson. And now if you see Justin Fields pro day, you say, 49ers, if you have to take Justin Fields, that's not a bad consolation prize. And so all these quarterbacks, 2018, James 1, and Sam Darnold goes 3.
Dang, I thought I had it.
Josh Rosen, and then Lamar Jackson. The guys that get to the better teams, the better organizations are going to be the guys that have the best career. And so if I'm a quarterback, I want to go there. I'm doing all I can to get to Kyle Shanahan and the San Francisco 49ers because I believe I'm going to have success with them.
It's interesting. So if you draft a quarterback with Jimmy Garoppolo, do you think you could go to Garoppolo and say, listen, we're drafting somebody because of your injury. We're going to draft a quarterback. We cannot have Nick Mullins quarterback. And Jimmy, if you're sitting, you can make the call. You want to stay with us, or we can trade you at the deadline. And if the backup's ready to go, how do you make sure that Garoppolo isn't a mess? I mean, Brady freaked out when Garoppolo was there. How do you make sure Garoppolo's not a mess emotionally when you draft the quarterback first? What could you say to him?
You just have to be very transparent, and I firmly believe that. I had one coach my entire career, position coach, and that was Hugh Jackson. He was very transparent with all of us. Like, tell it, no lie. He literally sat us down one day and said, these 5 guys are making the team. I was not part of the 5. There's one spot left, and there's like 7 guys in that room. One of you guys is going to get that spot. And I just stood up and was like, well, y'all out of luck, because this spot going to me. And I like that transparency. It put pressure on you. And so if I'm Kyle Shanahan, and I'm just upfront with Jimmy, you've been hurt. We can't rely on you. We wish we could, but we have to protect the 49ers. If you show that you can stay healthy, you put us in a tough situation. And if not, this is why we're drafting a quarterback. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't coddle him. You got to be honest with him and transparent. And he should know this. If your feelings are hurt, oh well, you have to stay healthy, because when healthy, you've done well. But you just haven't been healthy long enough. You have to be honest with him so he knows what he's getting himself into.
Finally, you're a wide receiver in the NFL for 11 years of all the wide receiver prospects. One you love, one you think is overrated. Where do you land on?
Well, I really like Jamar Chase. You just look at the season that he had 2 years ago with Joe Burrow as a quarterback, and you looked at what Justin Jefferson did in the league. In essence, Justin Jefferson was the number 2 receiver on that LSU team that year. And so that's the obvious choice to be Jamar Chase. But it's 2 guys that I really like. They're both small guys, but I believe that's where the NFL is going now. Is Rondale Moore from Purdue and Elijah Moore from Ole Miss. Both of those guys are separation machines. And when you can create separation the way they do, you're just not going to cover them. You can't cover neither one of those. They're smaller, but they are quick, they are fast, and they are quarterbacks that are not a big radius and target to throw the ball, but they're going to create a ton of separation and make it real comfortable for a quarterback to throw them the ball.
Knows his stuff. TJ Hushman's on it. Got a new podcast up on Game. Check it out. Good seeing you, buddy.
I appreciate it. Take care, Colin. You too, Joy. Thank you, guys.
You bet. Joy Taylor with the news.
So the Lakers and Dennis Schroeder are far apart on a contract extension. The team reportedly offered him a max extension of 4 years and $84 million, but he rejected it.
That's a lot of money for Dennis Schroeder.
That is a lot of money. Schroeder has said he wants to be a Laker, but he also wants to see what his options are on the market, and this sets him up to be a free agent this summer. This report's from Brian Windhorst. Now, the details about the guaranteed money and incentives of the deal are not known. So while this could have been the offer, we don't know how much of that money was guaranteed from the Lakers, so that could be why he rejected it. And he reportedly rejected it about a month ago. It was obviously including the trade offer for Kyle Lowry, which would make sense if he was going to hit free agency next year, so they would get nothing for him, and then they'd be in kind of a weird cap situation with him as well if this did play out. So I don't think the Lakers are looking too much into the future. Dennis Schroeder has been a nice piece for them. So I think they want to keep some continuity, but obviously the main focus for the Lakers right now is getting AD and LeBron back healthy and being healthy for the playoffs.
Schroeder's a tough guy. Give you 18 a night. He's a great third scoring option.
That's a foul, bro. We can't get that.
This is the situation where if you're LeBron, where you're making $70 million a year on shoes, and I'm not here to tell people to take pay cuts, but
and they oh my God, bro, this game's so crazy, dude. Like, I just stole the ball. How I steal that hoe right into an offensive foul? I ain't even moved yet.
Well, he has taken pay cuts in the past as well. They all took less money to play together in Miami.
I think I'd take a pay cut and get shooter. You can't trust AD for over 50 games.
I don't know who at home. I can't tell. These niggas getting all the love. These niggas getting the call.
So Carson Wentz is getting a fresh start with the Colts after a rough ending with the Eagles. His quarterback coach from Philly,
That's a good one, though.
is now an assistant with the Colts.
I'm supposed to take off.
Trading Wentz, and he didn't hesitate.
I was holding on this junk. I was like, please give me charge.
I absolutely believe in Carson Wentz.
Nah, that was a good one, man.
The player. Overall, I think this was the best move.
The Otto Porter on their head just gave, it was bogus.
He was 3-8-1 as a starter last year, but you do have to factor in that it was a really rough season for Philadelphia. They did bring in Jalen Hurts, which was
my God.
They were going to stick with Carson Wentz. I think I'm 50-50 on how it all plays out.
I don't know what to tell you.
Man, shit, me neither. I can do a hoop, man. Tell you what it is at this point.
They have a great offensive line. They have some good pieces there. They're a solid organization. You can still be met with adversity. You can still have a couple key injuries late in the season. You can still have things go badly. And as we've seen with Carson Wentz, he doesn't handle adversity particularly well. And none of the adversity they dealt with in Philadelphia was really that far out of the box. Like every player in the league deals with what he did in Philadelphia at some point. Now, you can talk about how rough the Philadelphia media is, or the Philadelphia fans are, and their expectations, and you're probably going to have to deal with that in Indianapolis. But it didn't work for you in Philadelphia, and now you're in a situation where it should work. So he could still get some criticism, and how does that all play out?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a much less chaotic organization. I think it's a friendlier, more joyful organization, and I do think he gets a massive upgrade on the old line.
Yes.
So I think he's going to work. The degree in which he works is the question. He'll work. It's just go win games. It's just because they're going to. Frank Reich will have him. You know, what he'll have him do is go back to the offense, which is the one he's comfortable in, safer throws. You know, a lot of times in Philadelphia, you were asking them to make tough throws, and their receivers got no separation. Where in Indianapolis, you have Paris Campbell, the Bolt of Lightning, and Michael Pittman, and T.Y. Hilton. You have guys that can separate, especially T.Y. Paris. So I just think he's going to have easier throws to make and more time to make them. And so I think he'll succeed. The level of which I have no idea.
Well, that's kind of my question. What are the expectations? What is the level of expectations?
If I said Carson Wentz did 28 touchdowns and 13 picks, passer rating was 94.8, completion percentage 64, I'd be like,
and how do they do as a team?
Well, 11, 12. We're what, 17 games now, 12 and 5. I mean, again,
they win a playoff game?
Oh, absolutely.
Can you see Carson Wentz leading the Colts to a Super Bowl?
Yeah. I can say, I say this. I can see him leading them to the conference championship. If you're good enough to get there, you're generally good enough to get to the Super Bowl.
So Bruce Arians showed off his Super Bowl tattoo yesterday, and Tom Brady had some fun with a tattoo of his own. He tweeted a picture with the image of Bruce Arians holding a beer during the Super Bowl boat parade, photoshopped onto his knee. He wrote, "Looks great, Coach. I decided to get one too." It's obviously not real. And really interesting placement for a tattoo in general. They needed to fit the Photoshop in there. That looks like a cool place to get a tattoo. A lot of bone and nerves in that area. But I like that Tom Brady is having fun.
He's actually very good on Twitter.
He is good on Twitter. He is using social media the right way. It's just a different version of Tom overall. It's like it really is a gift to sports fans that we're getting to see this version of Tom Brady.
Oh, we did.
In New England and the Patriot way, and pretty much hated for most of his time there, and now he's just like fun organization with Bruce Arians and Bud Light. I don't think it's Bruce Arians' normal drink of choice. No. Yeah, I think he said he had to have a few pops because they were on the boat. It's easier to drink beers on the boat than it is a cocktail.
Tampa I lived there for 2 years.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I would say
you shoot 6 to 8%, bro.
Yeah, it's tough. I ain't gonna lie about them.
I mean, shit, I ain't really nothing I can do, even if a nigga there. And I mean, even with the 3 fall and shit, if mine, if we can't get to the free throw line and shit, every time y'all niggas drive, y'all getting the call, man. Folk in the bed right here. Only so much niggas can do.
Work, hedge funds, MIT. Boston, you wake up, it's intense. It's an intense city. Tampa's very laid back. You know what it is? It's
Oh,
San
nigga
Diego.
can miss a fucking shot.
It's just, yeah. If you don't move to San Diego to
be a grinder
or dominate the world.
But that's naturally who Tom Brady is. That's why I think it's such an interesting fit. And when you look at how it all worked, it makes sense because he brings that attitude to a place that is more relaxed. And it kind of all fit perfectly, especially at this point in his career.
Good stuff, Joy, with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The third line news.
Antonio Daniels is not happy because I suggested Zion may be better served 4 years with the Pelicans and just get out of there. Don't take the Supermax. And so don't take that max. Every player's always done it, but there's going to be a player that's not going to do it. And I think Zion could be the first because he's going to make much shooters, but he doesn't need that. Hustler Turf, one of the largest manufacturers of zero-turn lawnmowers in America. These guys actually started the zero-turn mower industry over a half-century ago. They also developed the first ever twin-lever zero-turn lawnmower. Today they have one of the most popular residential zero-turn riding mowers in the market called the Raptor. And this year the Hustler Raptor's been completely redesigned, new features like wider operating platform.
Foul is there.
For you to sit. A one-piece 11-gauge steel frame built like a tank, handles the worst conditions. Big bite rear tires provide better traction. Emphasize today, we'd like to, if you want,
and one.
2021 Hustler Raptor.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, how these niggas be getting foul calls?
1,000 in America. They are experts.
These niggas won't send me to the line for shit right now.
To find your local dealer, go to hustlerturf.com. Hustlerturf.com. Test drive one. You'll feel the hustler difference.
Oh. That's my fault, of course.
My foul it, man.
Stop hitting me. No hitting.
State Farm commercial. Anything can happen.
Is that Jake from State Farm?
Things are gonna go surprisingly great. Like State Farm surprisingly great rates.
Oh my God.
What's up, family?
Oh, good.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Oh, my back. Oh, my goodness.
Every day, here's a comment. We stand. Oh, no. You're the cool mom. The more cool, more fun, next sale.
That nigga's tired as hell.
There's a 5-star pizza for everyone in your family. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
We started with computers. We didn't stop at computers. We didn't stop at storage or Blaz.
Watch out.
We kept going, working with our customers to enable the kind of technology that can guide an astronaut back to safety. And help.
Thank you.
Bro, why is this nigga McKinney still getting clocked, bro? I already took this man on my rotation.
You'll stop.
Oh, yeah, you said you put Matthew Hurt in this junk.
Yeah, Matthew Hurt Pole be out here.
We did. Get out.
Luckily, I got Skechers Arch Fit that gives you the support we all need. Skechers Arch Fit, certified arch support.
10 years ago, we found a Home Depot because we were confident we could deliver financial home ownership to individuals and families across the nation. There were only about 50 of us when we began.
Man, we're across the...
For customers just like you.
And because of customers just like you, we've now grown to become one of the largest mortgage lenders in the nation.
Serving more than 27,000 customers a month. Lowering payments, providing jobs, and investing in neighborhoods and communities nationwide.
Man, if this nigga don't cut to the basket, bro.
Founding employees with the
Oh my goodness.
team members 8,000 strong.
It's because we have never stopped believing in you. We know how important it is that everyone has opportunity.
We know what it means to put down roots and bring dreams to life.
At Loan Depot, we know.
Oh, we said we do.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, this nigga just let fucking Steph Curry out rebound him down there, bro.
Oh.
Them cheese rookie hops different on this hoe, dog. That
He
nigga be
said
slamming the
that.
shit out that hoe. More than the nigga like Zion.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't be everyone's favorite ketchup.
Oh.
Ketchup for everyone. My bad. Don't be left in the Stone Age. Just imagine.
How's it late, dog? I'm right there.
Oh my god. I can't even turn a cone on these niggas.
I don't like that. Make it.
You don't need a reason to grab the DQ chicken and biscuits basket with 100% all white meat chicken strips, golden fries, and 7 fluffy mini biscuits. If you do want a reason, mini biscuits turn any meal into a mini celebration.
Dang, bro. These folks won't call nothing, bro.
Oh my god. Oh.
This shit so weak, bro. Oh my. This shit so tough.
Oh, me smash. Make it.
Happy hour just got hot.
Damn.
We have a $5 menu featuring pancakes, burgers, and more yum-yums. So while you can't buy happiness, you can buy happiness.
Man, them folks just let Zion get hacked 3 times in a row, bro. Folks didn't call not one foul.
I ain't showing you no love at the line.
He played for almost a decade and a half at a high level. Antonio Daniels has become a great broadcaster. I bring him on
Man,
5-6 times a
alright,
year.
bro.
He's
This
called the
might be
Pelicans and Zion.
whatever.
And a couple days ago, I suggested that Zion's made so much money in endorsements. He's so likable, so dynamic as a kid, that he's not going to need to necessarily re-sign with the first team that drafted him. Now, every player always has, because it's the max money. You can make tens of millions of dollars. When I suggested with his injury history, he may just want to go move to a winning team, be at peace, make his money with shoes. Antonio Daniels, a broadcaster for the team, not in love with that comment, now joins me live. I don't know. I thought it was a reasonable comment. You did not.
Oh my goodness, I was not a fan of that sequence, dog. When them niggas did Zion like that. And
I
then
don't think he
come
been
right
to the line.
back
I
and
don't
give a
think he been to
nigga.
the line this game.
Bruh, they won't send them man to the free throw line.
That's what we're talking about here. If
Yeah,
he was
so he
playing
probably
somewhere
went
else,
once or
if he was
twice.
playing in LA, if he was playing in New York, we would not be having this conversation. And when we talk about him in the future going to play somewhere else, what we are forgetting is
It's my
what
fault. It's
David
my
Griffin
fault.
and Trajan Langdon have put together here now as far as the future is concerned. I tell you this, Colin, I just had a one-on-one with Zion about 20 minutes ago. And one of the things he said was the same thing that Lonzo Ball said. So when you talk about Kyrie Lewis being 19 years old, and Jackson Hayes being 20, and Zion being 20, and Lonzo Ball, and Brandon Ingram, who's an all-star, and Josh Hart, who's 26 years old. So when you talk about that as far as the future is concerned, why are we talking about going to play elsewhere like the future for the New Orleans Pelicans right now isn't a bright one.
Let's go.
Still a game and a half out of a play-in game, so I think there's some frustration that they're talented, but veterans win in this league. They're young kids and they're years away. That's. I mean, I look at them and I think they're fun, but they're not a title contender for years. Is that fair?
Oh, of course that's fair. Because again, we're talking about a Zion Williamson that's yet to play 70 games. And what we're doing is we are throwing expectations on youth and inexperience that they don't deserve yet. This team shouldn't be talking about titles right now. They should be talking about development right now, which is exactly what David Griffin is doing. He is putting together a young team organically with good drafts, drafting Nikhil Alexander Walker, drafting Kyrie Lewis, drafting Jackson Hayes, Zion Williamson, and then getting the Brandon Ingrams, the Josh Harts, and Lonzo Ball.
Oh, poor Zingers, I was there.
No, you shouldn't be talking about a championship right now. But realistically, how many teams in this league are talking about a championship right now? This is not their championship window. This is a time for them to grow together, to learn together, and to lose to a certain extent. But let's see if we're having this same discussion 3 or 4 years down the line when these guys are more experienced.
Okay, so let's say they don't make the playoffs this year, and then next year they don't take a big leap and they're a
Ain't
one
shit you
and
can do
done.
about that. Once they niggas get wide open,
Daniels get impatient
ain't
and
no
go,
point in
okay,
trying
we
to
gotta make
close
a
out
deal
or none of
here,
that shit.
or Zion's gonna consider leaving us.
Okay, so now here's the thing, Colin. Just as hypothetical as you can say, what if they don't make the playoffs this year, and what if they don't make the league next year? What if they do make the playoffs this year, and they do make the playoffs next year? That's the question I'll ask you.
Buddy, come on, baby.
I think Zion's gonna be really happy, but that puts a lot of pressure because he is so great and so well compensated in endorsements that there is the sense that he doesn't, one of these young players is eventually not going to sign with their team that drafted him. Somebody's going to do it because the money is now so great. Don't you think there is a little institutional pressure that by next year, if they're not winning, to maybe make a deal to get W's?
Well, I mean, the thing is, you can say that amongst all the young teams in this league. So when we talk about why isn't this guy playing in bigger markets? Why didn't you say, well, what about John Morant? We're not talking about him going to play.
But I don't think John Morant is a face of a league player. I think John Morant's great. Zion to me is the face of the league.
Okay, and why can't he be that face of the league?
Oh, bud, get back.
So if we look at bigger markets, so to speak, right? If we look at bigger markets, you just said it. He has a 2K sponsorship. He has a Gatorade endorsement. He has a brand Jordan endorsement. And this team, being the Pelicans, is second as far as national TV games are concerned. One game behind the Lakers. So what is there to offer that he's not getting here right now? Is my question.
Well, wins. That's it, wins. I worry that they're...
Well, he's 20 years old, Colin, and he's only played in 68 games. If we're talking about winning now, there are a lot of teams out there that you can say, oh, well, you know what, maybe this guy or maybe that guy. We are talking about a young man that is 20 years old and has played in 68 career games in 3 different stints. So last year, remember, when he first started playing,
Man, what kind of pass is that? This nigga Lonzo.
then March 11th came, the season was postponed. Okay, then he goes to the bubble, then he has to leave the bubble for a family emergency. Then he comes back. Now we start this season. Remember, it's amazing to me how much the narrative around this young man has changed.
No need to do
Remember
that.
last year, whenever I was like, oh, overhyped. Or why are they playing on national TV all the time? Or maybe he's not all about the hype. And now the narrative has changed to, oh, well, maybe this young man is special. And the moment that people start to figure out what we have talked about from day one of training camp, that he is one of one in the history of the sport, now we want to say, oh, let's move him to a bigger market. That's not fair to the fan base of New Orleans or Zion Williamson and his teammates. That's why I'm so passionate about this team.
What is he like as a kid? What is he like as a person?
Fantastic.
Oh, I thought I got him.
Fantastic. And that's the thing. So last year when he was going through all the scrutiny about being injured and about this and about that, if people understood the young man and the heart that he has, the humbleness that he came into this league with and that he still possesses today, and the interview that I had with him earlier today. It was all smiles. It was all laughs. He's incredibly humble, and he is a joyful young man to be around. He's fantastic.
Some people say he should be your 1 and Brandon Ingram should be the 2. Do you worry about that dynamic?
I don't. Because the thing is, they'll figure it out. There's some nights where B.I. will be forced to close. There are other nights because of Zion's skill set and his ability to dominate in so many facets of the game, where he'll be the closer. Again, it's interesting when you're in this kind of market how narratives are thrown out there to try and splinter this team apart. Who's the number 1 and who's the number 2? You know what? They will figure it out without our help.
By the way, I did release my list yesterday. If my guys have it in graphics, I said if you ask me the 5 guys in a 5-year window to start a franchise with, I picked Zion over Luka because I think there's a merchandising angle. I also think he gets your best bigs in foul trouble. Where I think Luka may be the better pure scorer, but I think the efficiency, his physical dynamic, he fouls out your bigs. He's a merchandiser's dream. Luka, Zion, I mean, do you worry all about that? We got a minute left. Only thing I worry about is injuries. Do you ever get worried about that?
Man, shut up. Y'all niggas ain't getting me to the free throw line tonight.
Earlier last week, he put up 77 points in 72 minutes on back-to-back nights. And again, so with shooting 65, 67% from the field. So I get the thought process around some of this, but what we're seeing with the startup of this NBA season, there is no minutes restriction. People used to hold that against him. He hasn't been injured. People used to hold that against him. He's playing in back-to-backs. People used to hold that against him. What he's
Oh
doing
my
is
goodness, this nigga can't finish around here.
everybody used to throw against him. And you know what he's doing? He's doing it quietly. He's doing it humbly, without saying a word. He is humbly dominating this league right now, and he is truly a blessing to cover.
I like your passion. You're really good today. I like it. You know, I figured out the key to you is to tick you off. If I tick you off, well, they'll bring you on. You got a long motor.
Hey, you know, I was told, Colin, keep bringing your passion. That's how you're going to make your mark. That's all I know. And I tell you one thing I'm passionate about. I am passionate about this New Orleans Pelicans basketball team and its awesome fan base.
Good seeing you, buddy. Love your work, Antonio Daniels.
I like how you try to be modest and downplay these niggas, Mike.
Funny, gets right after it. Yeah, I tell you, that's the one thing about Zion.
Man.
I ain't trying to downplay him.
Man, downplay the shit out of these niggas like.
Nothing like it. He's Karl Malone, Sean Kemp's athletic tool. That's what it feels like.
I ain't got the inside force to match yours, is what I'm saying.
Shit, you don't need it if you got the outside forces, nigga. Shit, I can only get 2 points in the paint. I can't get 3 unless I get 5. Shit.